Wow. Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Dan, aka Lucen. I'm a music producer and songwriter, and today I'm going to be reacting to KiCk 1 by Arca. So let's go. I've had a lot of you asking for me to do more Arca stuff. I've done kind of like a song here and there, but I kind of haven't really like properly dug into one of her albums. So I thought, let's just continue on this train we're on and jump into Arca and do like a full proper album reaction. So as this is a non-English speaking artist, I will be getting the lyrics up after every song, the English translation. When I did Motomami, Rosalia's album, I got the lyrics up for each of those, and that was like really enlightening and I really enjoyed it, and you guys seem to really enjoy it too. So I thought, yeah, okay, so for this one I'm going to do the same thing. So yeah, I'm excited to find out a little bit more about Arca. But before we get started, if you're new to this channel, then make sure to subscribe for more reactions and music and everything. Some people are actually checking this video out 2 days before everybody else. Those people are on Patreon, and if you want to check that out, then the link is in the description. Okay, so I understand there are 5 different albums in this kind of progression. So yeah, we're going to start with the first. So the first song number 1, this is Non-Binary. So I did hear that Arca is non-binary trans, though I looked up her pronouns before just to make sure, and it did come up with she/her. Cool, okay. Ooh. Really cool. Kind of sounds like kind of in the room.
I do what I wanna do when I wanna do it.
Oh, cool. This is English, okay.
It's French tips wrapped around it.
Oh.
You don't know me.
Nice.
Ask me about my luck. Yeah, I've been lucky. Man, I've been unlucky. Better be alive.
Who's she talking to?
Who do you think I am?
That's really clever, like the bouncing of the shotgun shell. Like they turned it into a thing.
Cast the first stone. Better yet, speak for yourself. States.
Cool.
Speak for yourself. States. States.
Wow. States?
What a treat it is to be non-binary.
Nice. Nice. That one really does seem like a kind of mantra, like an opening for the album, where she's talking to someone really directly, aggressively, being like, you don't know who I am. Don't presume you know who I am. Don't presume anything about me. I've had luck, I've had success, but I've been unlucky and I've had both. You know, there's like, it's kind of like asking the person, demanding the person treat them like a complex human being and not reduce her to a thing, a type. Speak for yourself states. I'm not sure what that means, what that refers to. Let me know what you think about that. I think like in that last bit, it's really referring to the freedom that being non-binary has like given her, because it's like, you know, she's freed herself from the expectations. You know, I could be sexy, I could be sad, I could be bad. Just to be sweet, what a treat it is to be non-binary. I can do anything, I can move within my own space, I can be who I want to be. It's cool. Okay, let's go on to song number 2. This is Time. I was expecting it all to be in Spanish, to be honest, and so far it has not been. Something I really like about this sonically. It's so experimental, it's really cool, like completely different from the first song already. Taking that away. Oh wow. I love this soundscape, it's so lush. I really like this one. There's just something really nice about the soundscape. Wow. Love that. Beautiful. There was something I really liked that production. Like as with the first song, the production was really experimental. That one was much more aggressively experimental, whereas this one had a softness to it, like a curious. It felt curious. It's my word. Yeah, I think something to do with that synth really kind of was nice and like welcoming, but like I loved the kind of progression of it. Like it really took that synth away at good times to really kind of make you focus and keep you interested, and developed and had a lot of cool textures like running throughout the song. In terms of what it means to me, it's called Time, right? And I guess like ding 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 ding. It's kind of like a clock ticking type sense of movement, you know, time is marching forward, that kind of thing. You know, I want it, time to let it out, it's time. I know you want it, show the world, take this time. That's okay, so it's about like deciding to kind of go for it, you know. So there is optimism there, isn't there? It's time I was free, you know. It's really nice. Okay, let's go on to song number 3. So this is Machote, which I have heard already. I actually reacted to it in my original hyperpop reaction back in January, which you can check out with the link on blah 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 blah. But I don't think I actually looked up the translation for the lyrics, so let's listen to it again and then I'll do the lyrics and figure out what it means to me. I like this, it kind of merges like mixture of slightly softer sounds with the harsher sounds, you know. Whoa, it's so cool. I haven't listened to it since, by the way. I just love the kind of worlds that are kind of created within these songs. Super chaotic, but just like really dynamic and really, really cool. So clever. Ooh. Wow, it's just so fucking cool. I love that, actually. I think it's a real mixture of the kind of chaotic, harsh sound design with like slightly more musical aspects. It's kind of like a mixture between the first 2 songs, isn't it? Let's get the lyrics. So we got Mummy wants gossip, she deserves it. Look at how she grows. She came walking from her house. She doesn't take a taxi. She has the personality. She gives, she gives, she gives, she gives. I wonder who Arca's talking about in this. There's a reverence to this person. It might be a friend. It might be like literally like mummy. I know mummy doesn't necessarily mean mother, does it? Mequetrefe, a Spanish word used to describe someone who is considered insignificant, useless, or one who amounts to nothing. Maybe it's about seeing somebody who might be considered useless and has nothing going for them. Maybe it's about trying to see them with something more to offer, you know, in a more positive light. Yeah, I'd be interested to hear what you think. So this is song number 4. This is Reacción, I think. Cool. It's completely unique sounds. Love it. It's fascinating. Whoa. Nice. Oof. Wow. This is very chaotic, but the energy that it's creating is just so unparalleled, isn't it? It's really cool. Nice. Wow. This one's all over the place, isn't it? My ears don't know where they are. Cool. So exciting to listen to. Wow. This is incredible. Oh my god. En cámara lenta, como una gata. Cámara lenta, como una gata. Is this Oh my god. Like, what? That was just amazing. Like, I can't, like, you just, it's like so disorientating. It's like you don't know where you are, but you've been taking on this, like, completely mad ride through the universe. It's like creating soundscapes that I can't put into words. Completely surprising and completely unique. Every single millisecond is packed with so much detail, and like I just don't understand how someone can actually come up with this, because like it's so free from the rules of songwriting that it just kind of, it's incredible. Like, I've been writing songs for a long time and producing music for even longer. Like my brain wouldn't ever go there. Do you know what I mean? It's like really like incredible to listen to. It's in listening to stuff like this that you can take a lot from it as a producer, because producers are always learning. And I think that's a really good attitude to always have when you approach music that you don't usually listen to, or is completely out of the style that you'd be able to produce. For me, like there's just so much I could take from that, because it's just so boundary pushing. Like it uses noise in a way that's like completely unique, and stuff that you wouldn't even think of as music, making it into music at such a kind of crazy level. It's mad. Let's have a look at the lyrics quick. Okay, so we've got the English translation. White metal rose, from that one to this one, how's that? Look as she sucks on the pit of a low-hanging mango. Sex, regenerated girl, degenerate to generate heat in the light. Like, I mean, obviously the original isn't in English, but the English translation, the wordplay there is amazing. Love in the face of fear, fear in the face of God. I think there's a lot of like context that I don't necessarily get because of the language barrier and the cultural barrier. Like it's all references to like femininity and like the construct of femininity, I think. You know, love in the face of fear, loving who I am, loving my femininity despite what others may think of me, and actually loving myself even when I'm, you know, scared of like the kind of religious things that are being told to me, you know? Yeah, really interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think, especially Spanish speakers. I really want to know what the kind of context of the language is, and with her background in Venezuela, like what kind of things will kind of influence that. Okay, so next song. This is song number 5. This is Calor. Dark-ish. This chord progression reminds me of something. Cool. What an interesting build. Very cool. I like the slightly slower tempo of this. And the beautiful vocals. Quite ballad-esque, actually. Not exactly what I expected. Wow. I love this. Oof, this is so cool. I just don't know how you'd mix something like this. Like, I mean, any of these songs, to be honest, like, it's wizardry. I like this thing that Arca seems to be doing where she, like, uses, like, part of, like, a riser and then cuts it off, like, mid-phrase. So cool. Oh my god, I love that. That was actually really beautiful. Calor. Yeah. Very, very cool. There was something really dreamlike about that I just really loved. I think like you've got to have such an open mind going into music like this. I can understand why like a lot of people will be like turned off because it's not kind of what they expect from music. But I think if you do go into it with an open mind, ready to have your mind changed, then you can discover something really cool. And I must admit that like already so far, like my mind is just being opened. Like what I thought music should be is being challenged. And actually each of the songs has elements of what I think of music being: melody, harmony, but like slightly sprinkled. It's not the focus. You know, even in that one, it's more about atmosphere. It's a different approach. Yeah, and if you're open-minded enough to like really take it in, then there's something really beautiful there for you to lose yourself in. And that's what I really got from that song. Let's have a look at the English lyrics. I will let you in because what you've shown me is nothing less than warmth. Oh, that's really nice. Carlos, you have me. The prize that I did not expect. You're the dream I didn't dare to have. You're the prize that I did not expect. You're the owner of all my being. So it's love. It's a really beautiful love song from the perspective of someone who wasn't expecting to have love. Someone who's been beaten down for years and years and years, maybe doesn't think that they're worthy of love. And yet this person, Carlos, has shown her this love. Oh, so wonderful. And she's let down her walls for them. Yeah. Amazing. Love that. I think that's my favourite one so far, actually. I'll be adding that to my current vibe playlist. I have a playlist going. It's basically like a rotating playlist of all my favourite songs that are inspiring with me at the moment. So if you wanted to follow that and kind of keep up to date with what I'm listening to, then yeah, you can follow that. Links in the description. Okay, let's go on to the next song. this is an interesting coincidence because next week I'll be discovering Bjork, and this song is a Bjork song. So this is Arca featuring Bjork. This is Afterwards. Ooh. 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 Oh, wow. Beautiful. Wow. Incredible. I love like her beautiful melodic voice with this kind of sound design underneath. Oh, I love this. It's the comparison of the smooth, beautiful legato and the glitchy. It's really, 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 really cool. Yeah. Oh, love it. Wow. It's really epic. Kind of dark. It's almost like she's singing over the top of like war. Do you know what I mean? Like she stood on like a hill and everybody's fighting and shooting each other and she's going, you know, stop, you know. It's a cool energy. It's quite inspiring actually as like a soundscape, like emotionally, you know, it's like a movie. Wow, so cool. Something really to get yourself lost in. God, the vocals were just absolutely stunning. Like Bjork's voice, so powerful. Had such a kind of like huge godlike energy to it. You know, it was really like big and dramatic, and I just love the kind of contrast between this beautiful vocal and the chaotic production. There was something really, really, really nice about that. Let's have a little look at the lyrics and see what it might be about. Last night while I slept, I dreamt, marvellous illusion, that I had a beehive here inside my heart and the golden bees were manufacturing on it. I don't know. It's like it's kind of like in a dream. You know, I dreamt of this thing, but I don't know what the dream is supposed to represent. Like for me, it's like hope in darkness, but I don't really know how that really translates to the lyrics, particularly. Fucking cool though. Like, let me know what you think, and I'm gonna say that for every single song because those lyrics are like really not specific. So yeah, let me know what your interpretation is. Let's go on to the next song. Okay, so this is song number 7. This is Watch feat. Shy Girl. Ooh.
I'm just gonna even out right. 2 shots and I got my height. Real tricky, real shady.
So cool. Very cool. Wow. This music exists in a whole completely separate genre. It's like in a different world to the rest of the music industry. It's amazing. Oh, so cool. It seems like there's these weird moments where it sounds like it's faded away. Like there. This is madness. I don't even know what I'm listening to. It's so cool. Is that it? Nah, who knows what was going on in that. It's just so creative. I can't like imagine being able to create something like that. It's just absolutely madness. I love it. It's so inspiring. It's just amazing. Too hot for the night. I'm loose. Can't even act right. 2 shots at a guy. I can't rap. There's a lot of kind of like self-discovery, I feel like, in this album. And this song is kind of, to me, it sounds like it's almost like, you know, like putting on a front. That's kind of the energy I get from it. I've got no feelings. I'm not exclusive, you know, like I'm ruthless, all these things. Someone who's been hurt before putting up a wall, putting up a front for protection, you know, protection. I sound like fucking David Attenborough then. So let's go on to the next song. Oh my God, hi. Oh my God, actually Sophie's on here as well. I can't believe Bjork, Rosalia and Sophie are all on this first album, and they're all artists that I've covered. Last week was Sophie, a couple weeks before that was Rosalia, next week is Bjork. It's really cool. Anyway, this is Rosalia, Arc with Rosalia, KLK. Ooh. Okay, we got a bit of reggaeton vibes. I need to get tinkling iced coffee on a song, don't I? There's just so much going on, but you can still really clearly hear her voice in the middle. It's really clever. But the voice kind of merges into the production as well. It's like it's getting whipped away. Each phrase is getting whipped away by the production. It's like... There's the shot. Ugh. I love how like Arca's voice just like merges in, you know, it's almost indistinguishable, you know. Nice. Yeah. It's building somewhere. I love the shotgun samples. That was so cool. That was an experience. The shotgun sample that I noticed that I want to talk about before I forget was where they cocked the shotgun. It was almost like you're cocking the shotgun, you're waiting for it to go off. Then this whole shit happens and it goes, and it's like building the tension, letting it like stir, like playing with your expectations, and then just when you've forgotten about it, boom, there it is, and it's like just really playing with the listener in such a cool way. My God, it's just bonkers. I love it. Let's have a look at the lyrics. I'm living life, oh how I wanted to. If you have nothing left, you don't have nothing. Maybe it's about like kind of when you're at the bottom of the barrel, when you don't think you have anything left, you still have yourself. How about we just keep going? You know, I'm doing this the way I wanted to do it, and although at times it's really hard, I still have myself, I still have my art, I still am unique, and I will always have that to fall back on. That's what I'm getting from it anyway. Loved it. I'm actually so pleasantly surprised by this. Let's go on to the next song. I don't want to say this because it's such a horrible word. Song number 9. This is Rip the Slit. Ooh. This is down and dirty, innit? Yeah. I'll hit you with that limp wrist. Ugh, oh God, the imagery of that is just really upsetting for me. I'm a sensitive boy. I kind of like the texture of that lyric kind of being like repeated and stuff. I like the texture of it, but I can't cope with the word. Kind of has a bit of like a 90s rip kind of vibe to it, you know? I wonder what that means. Maybe it's like like pulling open like a cut, you know? Maybe it's like a kind of... I mean, it could be referring to like slit as in like, you know, female nether regions, which is a horrible way to refer to that, but I have heard it referred to as that before you. So it could be like a, you know, creating your own femininity situation. It could be a pulling apart the stitches type situation, you know, getting down inside them in a way that makes me feel really gross. I loved the I'll hit you with a limp wrist line. I want to steal that so bad. The rest of that song, I just can't get past the central hook, which makes me cringe. Because I'm very sensitive. If you saw my second Hyperpop video, when I did Ram It Down by Dorian Electra, I freaked the fuck out over that song because I'm a soft soul. Right, let's go on to the next one. This is song number 10. This is La Chiqui. Ooh. Sounds like stuff like falling out the cupboard. I mean, there's a lot of weird shit in this cupboard, but... Very intense. Ooh, I love all the kind of guttural stuff. That's quite cool. We go with the shotgun again. That's a real kind of like recurring theme. I wonder what Manello means. Oh, this is the one feat Sophie. There she is. Maybe. I mean, a collaboration between Arca and Sophie was always going to be fucking nuts, wasn't it? Let's be honest. I don't know what that means. Bridge building up. Whoa. This isn't the kind of music you could listen to on repeat, is it? Whoa. That was very intense. Yeah. There's no let up in that song. I'm not sure what to make of it, to be completely honest. Like, some of these are such some of these songs are such an assault on the senses that it's like difficult to kind of have a coherent thought about it. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look at the lyrics to see if I can figure out what I actually think about this. Manelo. Oh my god, Gaga, stop it. This is why I haven't put her in the background of one of these videos in a while. She is my boyfriend, flowers of my love. He is my best friend. Roots pulling up, flowers of my love. It's like the breaking up of a friendship or something. She is my boyfriend is a very interesting line, because it's really fucking with gender. Yeah. Maybe they're like putting themselves in the other person's shoes in terms of like somebody who's transitioned. You know, she is my boyfriend, because it's somebody who is, you know, maybe they were dating before and then it's like, you know, I've discovered this about myself. I would actually be like to refer to as female. Then this other person then has that kind of thing to deal with where they're like, okay, this person who's female is my boyfriend. It's like, because that's who they are before and after. You know, there's a sense of that, maybe. Obviously, I'm throwing darts at the board, but like, and I'm not very good at darts. But yeah, certainly interesting. What does Manelo mean? Shake it. Okay, I have no idea then. Shake it, like a Polaroid picture. Anyway, let's go on to the penultimate song. This is Machote. Ooh. Okay. This is cool, a bit smoother. Wow. Yeah. It's got a lot of beauty to it. I love the pad and the strength of that bass. Yeah. Oh, I love those explosions. Like, they're really detailed and really big, but they're pushed really far back into the mix, so they kind of have like a real atmospheric quality to them. Oh, love it. Wow. So powerful. Actually, the whole of this album has a sense of like war-torn energy to it. There's a lot of samples that feature like explosions, guns. That's got to be on purpose, though to what end I'm not sure. Maybe like an inner battlefield, that kind of reference, I don't know. That one was really cool. I really liked the beauty and the atmosphere in that. It really did feel like a kind of, yeah, like a battlefield with this kind of beautiful peace happening in the middle. Like the beauty of music kind of coming through the pain and the hate and the fighting and whatever. You know, it was cool. I liked that energy. Let's have a look at the lyrics. I want a macho. I want one now. I want a man who knows how to touch me. I want a guy who knows how to love me. That's quite direct compared to a lot of the lyrics so far. And of course, knows how to wiggle. But also, I'm looking for a quiet guy, one who has good feelings, who has a nice pussycat. So it's kind of like Arca kind of looking at her expectations in a lover and thinking, actually, can I get somebody who has both? It's like I want somebody who's complex and interesting and different and has everything. She's wondering if that is too much to ask, you know, if she has too high expectations. Wow, love that. Really, really cool. Before we go on to the final song, if you've got this far in the video and you haven't reacted and you haven't subscribed, this is your time at which I will give you a little moment. There you go, you've done it. You've subscribed. Congratulations, welcome to the club. Yay! And if you wanted to check out my Patreon as well and support me, then you can do. The link is in the description. Cool, let's go. On to the final song. This is No Queda Nada. I'm not sure what that means. It's quite a long one. Let's go. Ooh, different melodic vibe. This is beautiful. Very much more of a classic ballad, you know? Ooh, yeah. Oh, I love that crackling sound effect. Oh, I love that. I don't even know what that is. I love it, like, just the texture of that sound is really cool. Sounds like maybe like a ball on a roulette wheel. I love a slow song. It's a nice contrast to everything else. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Like, the production on this is really cool. Oh, I feel that's like a broken record at this point. Wow. I don't even know what that is. It's kind of an orchestral feeling to some of the instrumentation, isn't it? It's unlike anything I've ever heard. And I know I've said that like after every fucking song, but it really just is, you know. I never heard this kind of beautiful slow ballad in this sense with such unique sound textures. It's really just the coolest thing. Ooh. Nice. Amazing. Oh, shit. It's already going straight to the next one. Jesus. I loved that as a finisher. It was really cool because it was very different to the rest of the album. Like, I loved how legato it was. It still had like such a cool soundscape, like one that really was transporting me and really taking me on this like journey. There was a real kind of innocence to the song, you know, like it was very like stripped back, very kind of honest, you know, where a lot of the other songs on the album were quite built up and quite complex. This one was still very complex and very built up, but in a way that was not really in your face. It's all a little bit more like washed out, a little bit more like reverby, a little bit more subtle, a little bit more smooth, you know, which is a really lovely contrast and kind of like a moment of settled, kind of slightly more relaxing, slightly more thoughtful vibes to kind of finish the album on, you know. A really kind of nice way to kind of tie it all up. Beautiful way to tie it all up, really. Wow. Let's have a look at the lyrics. I'm excited to see what this one's actually about, actually. God, my leg hurts. I don't know what I did. I went swimming and I'm an old man, so therefore my leg is broken. There's nothing left but me in you. There's nothing left in me but you. Oh my God, I love that. There's nothing left except what you look at. There's nothing left. There's not a corner left that hasn't been penetrated by your warmth. There's nothing left in me that isn't beautiful. Oh, God, it's really about being changed by someone, isn't it? You know, like how you're so in love that you're kind of intrinsically connected. I just saw you waiting for me with that face so tender, slow, there's nothing left. Oh, God, it's so romantic. Carlos of my heart, Carlos is back. I'm assuming Carlos is a person. That is actually so beautiful. Like to kind of say there's nothing left for you to discover. You know everything, you know? And maybe this album is almost like a kind of love letter to him in a way. Like, this is every single essence of my being. This is the complexity of who I am. I'm made up of all these different things, some chaotic, some beautiful, some relaxed, some angry, some with a front, some letting it all go, being like honest. Here you are, this is everything I have, this is who I am. And actually, now you know everything. Take it or leave it. Like, it's like there's nothing left for you to discover. Your beauty and your love has seeped into every single part of me. Oh, fuck me. It's so romantic. Oh my God. So I was not expecting to love this much, to be honest. Like, as much as like I found the Arca songs I'd heard before interesting, I was like, this is something I can appreciate, but not necessarily something that I would, you know, really fall in love with. But I've been totally proved wrong. Yes, I've been able to appreciate it on a technical level. Like, whoa, it's just incredibly inspiring. The moments there when I was getting lost, I was thinking, how can I do this in my music? Do you know what I mean? That is why I love listening to stuff like this. But like emotionally as well, like there's so much more of an extra level to it that I really did not expect and really like touched me, you know? And it's so wonderful to listen to music from somebody who is just so off the wall creative and really is visionary and not doing like music that's anything like anybody else. Like even the other hyperpop stuff that I've heard, this is in a league of its own. It's just in a world of its own, you know. I can understand why some people would say Arca isn't hyperpop because it's almost like Arca is Arca, and there's no you can't describe it any other way, you know. I'm so excited to hear the rest of the discography. Like, this is just KiCk 1. There's 5 KiCks. So many KiCks. Make sure to comment if you want me to continue with these reactions. That's kind of how I gauge interest, is by how many comments I get of people asking. A lot of people had asked for Arca, but yeah, if you want me to continue this journey, then make sure to keep commenting. Yeah, fabulous. Oh my god. If you haven't checked out, last week I did Sophie. Make sure to check out my reaction to her album, because I get very impassioned and a bit teary at moments in that. So yeah, I'd love you to check that one out. And then next week we've got Bjork, so make sure to check that out too. Before we sign off, thank you to my Weeping Wendy patrons. You guys are the ones who are supporting me with an extra level of support on my Patreon. I couldn't thank you enough. Their names are appearing on screen now. If you want to check out the Patreon, the link is on the screen. You can do that. You can check out my videos uncut. You can check out my videos 2 days before everybody else. And even on the basic tier, you can still check out my videos without any ads or anything. I'm running out of time on the camera. It's going to shut me off in a sec. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. I will see you next week for Bjork. And if you're watching this randomly, then I'll see you in another video. Bye.